is a women's bantamweight matchup between Amanda Nunes and Valentina Shevchenko. Well, it seemed an eventuality that when the UFC launched its women's flyweight division, that Valentina Shevchenko would rest atop of it, and that's exactly where she finds herself as she makes the walk here tonight.
She knew that she would be the UFC flyweight champion. Even when her first title shot against Nico Montano fell through, she didn't moan, she didn't complain. She said, okay, sign me up somebody else so that I can go and win that title. So they said, okay, fight Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She went out there and defeated the most dominant strawweight champ in UFC history to get that title. She's a phenomenal striker, a great counterpuncher, and has a full array of skills to try to finish fights. When you think you're gonna stand with her, just ask Juliana Pena. You end up on the ground getting submitted. She can beat you in a number of ways.
All right, so here she is, two-division UFC champion Amanda Nunes. And ice water in her veins doesn't even begin to describe it. There's just something about Amanda Nunes on fight night, whether she's staring across at Ronda Rousey or Chris Cyborg, it doesn't seem to matter. She puts the focus on her, and skill for skill, she might be the best in the world.
And it comes from that, right, John? Because what intimidates you when you've stood across from the biggest stars the sport has to offer? She goes out there with an idea of how she's going to approach the fight, regardless of the opponent. And in most cases, she is approaching these fights with one thing on her mind, and that's brutality. And you watch that in her finishes. She demolished Ronda Rousey. She busted up Miesha Tate and then knocked out Chris Cyborg. Amanda Nunes is a savage.
We always talk about MMA being the fastest growing sport in the world. Women's MMA might be the fastest growing sport in the world, and no one has been a bigger beneficiary, of course, than one Amanda Nunes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Dan Miragliotta. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This woman is a Muay Thai fighter, holding a professional record of 19 wins, 3 losses. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Valentina "Bullet" Shevchenko. And now introducing your opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This woman is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 20 wins, 4 losses. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, Amanda the Lioness Nunes.
All right, commit to the rules of the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
You ready?
All right, here we go with round 1, a trilogy to be concluded between Amanda Nunes and Valentina Shevchenko. Last meeting, UFC 215, Nunes by split decision.
Nunes by split decision, a fantastic fight. Shevchenko is going to take the lead a little bit more in this fight, not allow Amanda to get going forward, not allowing Amanda to beat her based on activity. Straight punch lands.
Nice combination of strikes there by Shevchenko.
Real quick leg kicks.
Again, she chooses to clinch here. Stuffs the takedown shot there. How good is her takedown D? All All right, so Amanda Nunes getting off here again as usual. Really as well-rounded a fighter as we have in the men's or the women's game here in 2020.
Yeah, regardless of gender, right? Regardless of gender, Amanda Nunes stands amongst the best in pound for pound in the entire UFC.
Takedown defense holds up. Shevchenko gets the tie clinch here. And they separate. Ooh, huge body shot. Big knee lands there.
Oh, nice jab.
Well-placed kick there by Shevchenko. Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. So just over 20 total strikes have landed for the Lioness Amanda Nunes. Nice punch by Nunes. Oh! Wow, huge head kick. Oh, spinning back fist for her out of nowhere. Just a slip there.
I mean, look at the commitment to kicking in these fights.
So again, they will clinch here.
Beautiful body kick.
All right, some really grueling work here in the clinch. Both fighters really struggling to gain a dominant position.
That happens whenever you understand the position. Both know exactly what... Oh, John, that was so nice. What a beautiful takedown.
Oh, her ground and pound is on point here. She's made this a focus going in to make these strikes count. Certainly doing that tonight.
She's making each and every one of them count. Doing a very, very good job of landing shots, landing them in combination, and making them all matter.
Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Valentina Shevchenko. Seconds winding down in the opening round. Sound strike on the ground. While we look back at some of the replays from that previous round, DC, a lot of good action for fight fans over those 5 minutes.
I mean, high pace, high intensity, all action first round, both landed multiple strikes. What a great round of fighting.
All right, round one just okay. Round two is now upon us. How do you approach the first round in a fight compared to other rounds? I know it's a tough question for a heavyweight.
Round number one is usually a round where you gotta make sure you aren't putting yourself in any danger. We saw that from both of these young women. We saw that they were both a little bit tentative, but right now expect the action to really pick up.
Well, she's had a lot of moments in the fight. You know, her one is very good, but you're not even getting 1-2.
What about the 1-2? What about the 1-2-3? How about an uppercut following the 3 strikes? Allow them to string together. Be confident in knowing that you have practiced this. You are ready to land in combination. Let it flow.
So as we call on the numbers here, 47 total strikes have already landed for Amanda Nunes. Not the most efficient performance, landing with 47% accuracy tonight against Valentina Shevchenko.
Big kick lands.
She did not miss there. This could be the end, DC.
I mean, she hurt her so bad with that big head kick. I don't know how she stands. Left hand punch in the clinch.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh! All right, so again, we find ourselves here in the clinch where there are obviously no shortage of subtleties and nuances. A lot of motions in here that maybe are lost on the casual fan.
Absolutely, and it's gonna be the underhook. For all the things that happen in this position, the person winning and controlling the underhook battle is the one out ahead.
Well, she has certainly picked up the pace here in round two and starting to find herself in the pocket a little bit. She was a little bit hesitant in round one. No hesitancy whatsoever here in round two. She has clearly found her rhythm in range. Shevchenko's strike attempt there is blocked.
You don't know when that leg kick's coming.
Ah, she's unable to connect with the left hook. Shevchenko gets caught with that punch. Nunes' kick to the body is blocked. "45 seconds remain in the round." Oh, she's really starting to put together some significant body shots here, attacking both sides now. Beautifully timed and placed kick there. Oh!
She is such a diverse striker that big strike landed, and it looks like she's gonna finish this fight. Game of inches right
And what a round! All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
All right, so that last round, another pretty good frame for both fighters. We'll see which woman makes the requisite adjustments here in this next round.
Somebody has to really get out ahead. It's too worrisome going to the judges when you know you've been involved in such a competitive fight.
Oh, continuing to work the body to great effect. Well, she said in these situations she had to protect her head, and defensively she has done an outstanding job of that.
She could not do it any better up to this point. Good punch.
Oh, the right hand is there for her.
Big body keep landing.
Oh, the right punch is there for her. Left hand also good. Superman punch lands! And she landed a kick there, DC. That was well done.
Well done. She does a great job of recognizing the opening and getting the leg there.
75 total strikes have landed. Now all in a quick entry.
Great single entry. Rotates the high crotch. She's taking it for a ride.
Man, she is just non-stop on the ground, moving in all the right directions. Another nice transition by her there.
She's moving a lot, but every movement has purpose.
Nunes has got full mount now. Great movement by her here on the ground, and she just does it so fluidly and so easily. It's really a sight to behold.
You can tell that she's been a lot.
Shevchenko's now trying for the Kimura.
The Kimura is not the arm. It's the shoulder pressure that usually makes you tap.
Oh, we're getting a finish here.
It's in there deep. There you go.
Wow.
And this is where she's good. Once she's on top is where she's a beast.
Oh, and she gives up her back. This is not a fighter you want anywhere near your backside. We could get a finish here in the not-too-distant future.
Yes, she's very dangerous from the top. She's so good at controlling the hips. She's so good at just being aware and taking advantage of any opportunity to finish that now she... Look, you even see it. Look, she's on her.
Take a look back at some of the pictures from this one, and she had it all going on tonight, but certainly her boxing was on point.
Her boxing always is what allows her to dictate the pace of fights. Finally, she landed the strike that ended the night of her opponent.
We go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata is going to stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 27 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Amanda, Lioness of the Ring,
There she is. This arena belongs to her here tonight. Hard-pressed to find a knockout in the women's game as stunning as that.
I mean, she has so much confidence in her hand that she's willing to stand in front of her opponent and take one to give one. And when she gave one, it shut the opponent's lights out. Great job finding that kill shot.